Welcome to Keto Meals and Recipes.com. Today's video is more of a how to make these nacho chips rather than a detailed recipe video. For a detailed demonstration of how to make the dough that will be used in this recipe, please refer to the tortilla and hard taco shells video, which uses the same recipe as I'm using here for these nacho chips. A link will be posted at the end of this video. The macronutrient ratio for the nacho chips is 3.2 to 1, with 3.9 grams of total carbs, of which 3.5 grams is fiber, leaving only 0.4 grams of net carbs. I would also like to mention that the difference in color of these chips as compared to the tortillas I made in the other video is solely due to the color of the flax seeds I used. Here I'm using the light golden flax seeds rather than the dark flax seeds which I used in the other video. Also, to get the best nutritional contribution from the flax seeds, I grind them into flour just before I'm about to use them. Then just follow the tortilla recipe and make your dough. After you've made the dough and let it rest for about 30 to 60 minutes, you can either use all the dough to make nacho chips, or you can use some of the dough to make the chips, another part to make a few tortillas or hard shell tacos. This is a very easy to work with and versatile dough. To make the nacho chips, begin by laying down a long strip of parchment paper or using a silicone mat and placing it on your counter. It's better to use small quantities of dough, so divide the dough into 6 sections. This will make it much easier to roll into very thin layers. For this recipe, cover the dough ball with cling wrap, not parchment paper. The parchment paper may be hard to remove and may also have the dough stick to it. I found the cling wrap much easier to peel off. Use your rolling pin and press and roll until it is as thin as you can make it without it tearing apart. The thinner your dough is, the crispier and more crunchy the chips will be. And roll out the dough to the biggest rectangle you can make. Remove the cling wrap. Using a very sharp knife, cut through the dough in the horizontal center of the rectangle. Then cut 10 centimeter or 4-inch vertical sections from top to bottom. Using this smaller rectangle as your guide, make a diagonal cut from one corner to the opposite corner. Cut in the same direction for all the other rectangles. Then repeat the diagonal cut. Because I like my chips to look nice, I trimmed the perimeter to make the edges of the chips straight. I forgot to mention, preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit if you haven't done so already. When you're done trimming the dough, simply slide the sheet of parchment with the dough on it onto your baking sheet and place in the middle position of your oven. The time I'm recommending is only a guideline. The baking time can vary from 5 to 8 minutes. You want the color of your chips to just start turning but still remain pale. Remove the tray from the oven and leave the chips on the hot baking tray for about 5 minutes. Then slide the parchment with the chips on them onto a cooling rack or your countertop. Let the nachos completely cool and rest. You'll be able to peel them off the parchment very easily at this point. Last thing, these nacho chips can be used to make Nacho Supreme's dinner, which I will be posting in the next few weeks. Or you can use the nacho chips for your favorite dip like guacamole or a game night cheese ball. Both of these recipes will be posted very soon. Enjoy! Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. See you next time. The link to the tortilla and hard shell taco dough recipe is available in the description below, and the link for the video is in the end links.